All right, fellas, I am constantly being reminded that we are in a state of chivalry emergency. There are entirely too many men that don't know how to act like men. Now, before I get into the chivalry list, let me preface with this. Chivalry is less about what you do for women and everything to do with your character development. It's truly the difference from being a boy and a man. So in essence, chivalry is ultimately about becoming a better man. So let's dive into this list. Number 1. It is your duty to open and hold all doors for women. And not just the woman you're dating, any woman. That's restaurant doors, that's car doors, that's the elevator. You hold the door and let her walk in ahead of you. You should also hold doors for the elder. Number 2, you should be walking on the side nearest the curb. So you as the man are closer to traffic. She is tucked on the inside. Why? You are the first line of defense in any instance. And from personal experience, the moment that she no longer feels safe with you, she's out. That relationship is done. You can cut it. Number 3, you want to make sure that she gets inside safely. Say y'all just getting from a date, you're dropping her off home. Ideally, if you're comfortable and she's comfortable, you walk her to the door. If that's not the case, you should wait until you're able to see her with your eyes walk through that door. And then you pull off. Just trust me, she's going to look back to see if you waited. And if you didn't, that's your ass. Number 4, a true gentleman always shows up on time or a few minutes early. That's just the laws of the land. The worst thing you can do is have her waiting, especially if it's the first date. If for any reason you're running late, you should call beforehand if you know you're going to be late. And not just with dates. If I'm late for my haircut appointment, I'll notify my barber, hey, my man, I'm running 5 minutes late. It's common courtesy as a gentleman. Speaking of a haircut, this brings me to number 5. A gentleman should always look presentable. He's clean, has a nice haircut, clothes are crisp, breath is fresh, nails are clean. Just look presentable, bro. You're too fucking grown. Number 6. I know you might not think this one is important, but it'll come in handy. You should always keep an umbrella in your car. Because any given moment that it rains, you tell her, wait right here. You run to the car, you get that umbrella, and you come back for her. That's a true gentleman. Number 7. He offers to take out the trash and helps with grocery. Not necessarily pay for the grocery, but you should be carrying them. You are a lot stronger than she is. And if you stayed at her crib and you see that the trash is full, do not walk past it. It'll take you 20 seconds, bro. Take the trash out. Number 8, you never watch a woman pump gas or pay a bill. Now, if y'all been dating for a while, she plans the date, this is her idea, it might be okay to let her pay, but she should never touch a gas pump. Number 9, a gentleman is always respectful and polite. Obviously to the person he's dating, but to people in general. I see this one way too often. Men are rude to the waiters and the servers, the bartenders, or just people in general. You should go out of your way to be polite to these people. 1, they're serving your food. 2, it just shows a lot about who you are as a man, your character. And trust and believe, women pay attention to this. Number 10, he is reliable. Can she count on you to do what you said you were going to do? Because the biggest mistake you can make is telling a woman that you're going to do something and you don't do it. Good luck with that one. Number 11, this one is tough, but a gentleman is honest. He's honest all the time, not just sometimes when it's convenient for him. And it may not be a big deal for you, but lying is just morally incorrect. You gotta live with that shit, knowing that you didn't give the person a fair chance to make their own decision. A real man understands the importance of being truthful. Number 12, a gentleman helps pull out her seat and help her take off her coat. And I know some of y'all are gonna say, oh, it's too much, it's too much. Just think about it like this. If you had a daughter, she went on a date with a guy, how would you expect him to treat her? Or if your mom went on a date, the same treatment that you would expect a guy to treat your daughter or your mom with, you should embody that. It's really that simple. And if for any reason you feel like you don't want to do those things, you're obligated to feel that way. But she's probably not the woman for you. And as opposed to sacrificing your duties as a man, you should just leave. That's it. And lastly on this list, a true gentleman, not only is he constantly working on himself, but he teaches other men how to be gentlemen. And mostly through his actions and self-accountability. I had to check my homeboy the other day about this. He wanted to cancel a young lady's flight because she flew out to meet him, stayed for a few days, and she decided that she didn't want to have sex with him. So he wanted to cancel her flight. And I told him that's the lamest shit you could ever do. Play it cool. Didn't get what you expected. That's okay. But that's on you for having that expectation and not communicating that expectation. But to cancel her flight because she would not, it's super whack and lame. Don't do that shit. I'm out. Peace.